What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sharps Off. I'm going to do a review of the January 4th NHL games. So we're going to start off with the Jets and the Sharks. So the first period, there's no scoring. Second period, Barabanov opens up the scoring for the Sharks from Eklund and Emerson at 10:26. 11:48, Morgan Barron answers for the Jets from Neil Pionk and Brendan Dillon. And then in the third period, Vladdy scores from Ehlers and Scheifele on the power play at 3:14. The Jets take that one 2-1. Alright, Red Wings and Kings. So in the first period, Kempe opens up the scoring from Lafreniere, and Dubois at 1:50. Manoir would then score from Kopitar and Byfield at 4:18. Second period, Robbie Fabry scores to put the Red Wings within one at 9:59 from Mata and Sprong. Petrie would then score at 17:21 to tie it up from Dylan Larkin and Valena. Third period, Fabry would score from Sprong and Kane at 5:24. And Kempe would score at 15:43 from Dubois and Laferriere. Overtime, there's no scoring, and then Patrick Kane gets the shootout winner for the Red Wings. They take that one 4-3. Alright, Ottawa and Seattle. So in the first period, Yanni Gourde scores at 9:50 from Tolvanen. Second period, Tatar scores from 15:20 from Eberle and Dunn. Burakovsky scores at 19:03 from Yamamoto. Third period, Parker Kelly scores from Kubalik and Shabbat at 12:20. And then Vince Dunn scores from Eberle into the empty net at 17:47. Seattle takes that one 4-1. Moving on to the Islanders and the Coyotes. So in the first period, it's Bill Horvat, former Canuck, scoring from Dobson and Nelson on the power play at 7:56. Mike Riley would then score at 12:02 from Barzal and Horvat, former Canuck. Second period, Schmaltz would score the Coyotes' lone goal at 3:29 from Jersey and Kerfoot on the power play. Third period, Lee would then score at 4:29 from Barzal. Gauthier would score at 5:22 from Holmstrom and Dobson. And then Horvat with his second of the game. He's a former Canuck too. Unassisted at 13:05. The Islanders take that one 5-1. Alright, Tampa Bay versus Minnesota. So in the first period, there's no scoring. Second period, Tampa opens up the scoring. It's Darren Radish at 4:31 from Luke Denning. Radish will score again at 7 minutes from Sherry and Tyler Mott, former Canuck. Third period, Hedman would score from Kucherov and Paul on the power play at 2 minutes. 15:35, Bogosian would score from Goligoski and Hartman. And then Hagel would score unassisted into the empty net at 19:19. The Tampa Bay Lightning take that one 4-1. Alright, Sabres and Habs. No, sorry. Avalanche and Stars. We're going to get the Sabres and Habs in a second. So in the first period, Dodonov scores for the Stars unassisted at 11:57. McKinnon would then score at 13:44 from Miles Wood and Jack Johnson to tie it up. Second period, Sagan scores from Duchesne and Marchman at 1:28. Pavelski would score at 10:10 from Duchesne and Heiskanen on the power play. Drouin would score for the Abs at 19:48 from Devon Taves and Nathan McKinnon on the power play. Third period, 9:07, Tyler Seguin scores from Marchment. 9:45, Drouin scores from Jack Johnson. Mikko Renton would then score to tie it up from Logan O'Connor and Kale McCarr at 18:51. And then overtime, 3 minutes and 40 seconds in, McKinnon scores from Devon Taves to win it for the Avalanche 5-4 in overtime. Alright, now we're going with the Sabres and the Habs. In the first period, there's no scoring. Second period, Sabres open up the scoring. It's Casey Middlestad scoring from Jeff Skinner and Rasmus Dahlin on the power play at 5:33. 6:59, Jeff Skinner scores from Tuck and Thompson on the power play to put the Sabres up 2-0. Armia would answer unassisted shorthanded at 13:19 of the second. Third period, Jack Quinn scores at 6:45 from JJ Paterka and Connor Clifton. To restore the 2-goal lead. Tage Thompson would extend it at 8:35 from Jessica and Alex Tuck. Dahlin would then score at 14:31 from Samuelson and Middlestad into the empty net. And then Thompson would score from Jessica and Jack Quinn at 18:32. The Sabres take that one 6-1. It's a handy win for them. Alright, Blue Jackets and Flyers. So in the first period, it's Konechny scoring from Farabee and Couturier at 17-12. Second period, there's no scoring. Third period, Konechny scores at 4:29 from Farabee and Couturier. Right, yeah. Then at 5:24, Damon Severson will score for the Blue Jackets from Fantilli and Christensen. Then JP will score at 10:20 from Roslovic and Goodbranson, former Canuck. Overtime, there's no scoring, and then Gaudreau gets the shootout winner for the Blue Jackets. They did that one 3-2. Alright, Blackhawks and Rangers. So in the first period, the Rangers open up the scoring. It's Panarin scoring from Lafreniere and Trocheck at 13 minutes. Second period, 7:25, Kreider scores from Trocheck and Zibanejad on the power play. At 17:03, Chicago scores, Colin Blackwell scoring from Tkachuk and Magna. And then third period, Trouba scores at 1:31 from Panarin and Trocheck. And then 2:41, Jimmy Vesey, former Canuck, would score from Cooley and Schneider. The Rangers take that one 4-1. Yeah, that. Pittsburgh and Boston. So first period, Brad Marchand scores at 41 seconds from Pastrnak and McAvoy. 5:04, Drew O'Connor would score from Chris Letang and Lars Eller. At 6:17, Ryan Graves would score from Crosby and Raquel. At 6:39, Pastrnak would score from Hampus Lindholm and Morgan Geekie. At 7:21, Gensel would score from Crosby and Letang. And then Eller would score at 15:58 from O'Connor and Carlson. Second period, Jeff Carter scores from Letang and Rust at 6:38. At 9:51, Geekie would score from Pastrnak and McAvoy. And then Nebraska would score at 19:24 from Carlo and Geekie. Third period, Marchand would score from Coyle shorthanded at 3:08. Then Crosby would score at 11:19 from Carlson on the power play. The Penguins take that one 6-5 in a back and forth affair. Alright, Panthers and Golden Knights rematch the Stanley Cup Final. The first period, Dorofeyev scores from Mark Stone at 3:59. Sam Bennett would answer at 14:15 from Ekman Larsson, former Canuck, and Aaron Ekblad on the power play. Second period, Tkachuk would score at 6:15 from Montour and Reinhardt on the power play. And then at 18:38, Verhaeghe would score from Forsling and Montour. Then in the third period, Reinhardt would score from Tkachuk and Verhaeghe on the power play. At 5:22, Florida takes that one 4-1. Alright, Flames and Predators. We're on the Flames jersey for this one. Reverse retro 2. So in the first period, Connor Zary scores from Sharangovich and Anderson on the power play at 4:45. Coleman would add another one at 5:12 from Michael Backlund. Forsberg would answer at 6:09 from O'Reilly and Nyquist to cut the lead in half. Kadri would score the 2-goal lead at 7:57 unassisted. Citizens would cut that lead down again at 15:50 from Fabro and Yossi. Anderson will restore that lead again from Zeri at 18:43. Second period, Hannafin would score from Mangiapane and Coleman at 19:58. Third period, McCarron would score from Tomasino and Novak at 2:15. And then Sharangovich would score from Lindholm at 14:04. Flames take that one 6-3. And then this one started out good and frustrating. Vancouver versus St. Louis. First period, Garland, that line scoring again. So he scores from Blueger and Joshua at 1:57. Second period, Parenko scores from Thomas and Carver at 4:22. And then third period, Thomas scores from Pranovich and Buchnevich at 8:03. Yeah. So St. Louis takes that one 2-1. That's it for the fourth. I'll see you all for review of tonight's games tomorrow. There's only 3, so it'll be a shorter one. But hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.